So what's the vision for Platonic Academy? Where do you see a Platonic Academy in the next 5 years, let's say?
It's constantly changing in the near future vision, but long-term vision, I would say, in my 7 to 8 years of teaching, I've seen there's a big gap in terms of creativity and thinking outside the box within science subjects. So the vision is basically to equip these young minds and empower them, transform their way of thinking, whereby we want to the future leaders. We want to really have this paradigm shift and cut out this consumer mentality in them, whereby we could use our natural resources to add value ourselves.
Exactly.
And then we could help the economy of the country and then the economy of the African nation at large. So that is where we are looking into, because even our slogan says we want to empower, we want to inspire, we want to transform young minds in maths and science, because it's not just abstract. It's not just, it needs to have meaning.
Exactly.
What can you do with all the science that you have been taught at school? How can you take a raw material and then how can you add value to that? And of course, how can you trade and all those different things? So that's the long-term vision. Basically, we want to teach science in a lab. Not just from a textbook where we could show them that this is how it works.
Exactly.
And this is what you can make with it. Just to give you an example, I remember back when I was a child, my grandmother used to make soap from animal fat. And some ingredients that she was buying from the shop, like sodium carbonate, which we use for different purposes in the kitchen, and then she would put it in and then she'd stir, and then at some stage you've got this soap,
the good bar soap.
Yes, and that's just science.
Exactly.
And they were doing it without understanding the dynamics. And I mean, just look at soap. We use it, it's essential. We use it every day.
Exactly.
I had to bath this morning. So we import these things, and we could simply do it here. We could get that oils from sunflower. We could really make it work. So that's the kind of mindset that we want to encourage.
Exactly. Just moving away from theory and also putting it into practice, what you have been teaching here. At the beginning you mentioned that you want to turn the academy into a private school, but I just want to know, is it just going to be a private school for science, or will you also accommodate now other subjects like social subjects, or is it strictly going to be a science private school?
At this point in time, we're looking into maths and science. Like I said, the vision was to really encourage out-of-the-box thinking.
Yes.
And I'm not limiting it to it, but that would be the first phase. To start with the maths and science, and then we see how it unfolds. It's not just the maths and science that needs help. Of course, you can do that in the lab, but you also need some form of business skills. And then entrepreneurship, and then you can also have that, because you need this whole group to work together. So, but as a start, we'd like to start there.
Exactly. And as a start, you're starting right now in Windhoek. But long term, do you see yourself branching out of Windhoek, going outside different cities?
Yes, of course. What helps with that branching out at this point in time is the online platform. So we have students that are not based in Windhoek, and then we would really want to establish that, so that we can reach even not just here in Namibia, maybe on international borders as well. That could be the first point. But of course, I believe that teaching, you need that human element, face-to-face connections. I need to see that the child is puzzled. I need to feel that, so with that, we would really look at different areas in Namibia to set up different centers. So of course that is in
the pipeline. You're thinking about that.